Namaskaram, Namaste, Pranam. Death is something which we all are going to face one day or another. In this life, if somebody can say 100% that what is going to happen is death, rest all things could happen, may happen, or may not happen. But that is the only one thing that is going to happen for sure. Although that is so certain, people fear to talk about it. People fear to know about it. People are not open enough to talk about it, to discuss about it. We celebrate birthdays, but we mourn or we cry on the death. Where there is birth, there is death. If you say so, every mother in this world who gives a birth to the child also gives death to the child. Little I will be talking about death. What is death? Death is only a silence of your consciousness. Every day you sleep in the night and you sleep for hours. When you get up, you never ever feel that you have slept for 8 to 9 hours. But that you cannot do when you are awake. If you are awake for 8 to 9 hours, you will go to eat, you will go to pee, you will feel restless, you would like to do something, but you cannot just be still like as if you are sleeping because your consciousness is awake. When you sleep, your consciousness, the upper layer of consciousness has gone to sleep. That's why you do not know anything. But yes, superconsciousness is always running on and it records what's happening in the sleep. But you consciously cannot recollect it. In the similar way, when you breathe, with every inhalation, there is a pause. With every exhalation, there is a pause. Now, if that pause extends for, say, around 100 years, so you are dead for that period of time. That's why it is said in our culture that every second we are nearing to death. Every second a person dies, and every second a person lives. So when your prana is going in and when your prana is going down, that's the time you are alive. And when there is a pause in every inhalation and exhalation, that's every moment you are dying. Now, death is what? Death is the extension of that pause for a longer period of time. Say you exhale, you inhale, you exhale, and then you go to sleep. Not to inhale again, but just go to sleep for 100 years. For this world, you have dropped this body and you are dead. Again, when your consciousness enters into the womb, you start realizing or feeling the experiences which is happening around. That is again you start living. So in reality, there is nothing such as called as death. But yes, we do drop our body and our consciousness, which is not something that cannot be demolished, something which is always alive, that is life. And that life has a lot of energy that can bring great joy in everybody's life. So, in fact, death is a very beautiful thing. If I think about myself, if I do not age, and if I'm not becoming mature, and if I'm not dying for thousands of years, I think many people are going to get frustrated. Everybody wants a change. In fact, I would say even I want a change. Everybody needs to have a change. If there's no change, there's no spice in life. So change is very important, and that change that gives an entirely new life to deal with. So that is death. So death is basically just falling of the body, not the life which is inside you, the spirit inside you. But beyond that, still, I would say, until and unless we die, we might, most of us, or I would say most of you, would not have that experience how you feel when you are out of the body. So out of the body experiences, we do listen when the people are in the coma, or they are in the ICU or in the operation theater, where they feel that they are out of the body, and then they again pull back in the body. So that is out of the body experience, and that's the subtle body which goes out and the subtle body which comes in. So that is a fantastic phenomena. It is a fantastic phenomena because you again get a childhood, you again get the life which is very dynamic, but equally it comes out with a package of the consequences, like it also brings a certain level of suffering, the body suffering, or at times mental suffering, and trying to clean up your karmas, and you have to go through many other difficulties as well of life. So that's why it is very important to understand that adding more karma to the life is adding more suffering. So should we stop the activity? No. Any karma done with conscious thought, it will not entangle you, and that will not add to any consequences. Rather, it's a wise thing to do what is needed and not to do things which is not needed. So every moment we are living, or I would say every moment we are alive and every moment we are dying. So till the time we do not actually drop the body, I think we should really live. And living can happen only if you allow yourself to open up to various aspects, various dimensions, various changes of life. It's very difficult to accept a change, but we have to accept the change if we really want to explore the new dimensions, to explore the new experiences. So accepting the change is very important. The way I would say, if you like something, we are completely involved. Something which you dislike, I think you should be more involved. So I'd say that when we know is going to happen, stop securing your life too much. To some extent, it's fine, but if we secure the life to extreme, in reality, you're not living the life. You're just trying to protect the life, like the animal instinct of protecting themselves. So stop protecting the life. Stop making security, too much of security in life, because life is running away. It is slipping away. And one day it is going to slip just like that. And you would miss living. So, further to add to this talk, there's one more thing which I would like to speak, and then maybe we can stop. That is when we die, some people die very peacefully, and some with a lot of pain and suffering. Why this happens? In reality, when you are young, and if any person who is young and very dynamic, when he dies, his energy is very strong and vibrant. So it is very difficult for the soul, for the spirit, to release the body, to come out of the body, because it is very vibrant with energy. And somebody who is very old, the body becomes so feeble that it cannot hold the life energy anymore. So that's why old age people pass away very easily, and the energy is not felt so much. But still, some people pass through pain and some people pass through suffering. I'll give a very good and classic example. A tiger, when it carries its cubs in his mouth, in her mouth, it doesn't hurt them. It carries the cubs in her mouth in a very gentle way, keeps walking. It carries 2 3 cubs also at a times, and it keeps walking, but it does not hurt. It does not hurt the cubs. The teeth does not go deep inside the cubs. When it releases the cubs, as if they were never held by tigresses. Now, if tigresses attack or animal or a prey, same jaw it uses, and when it bites or when it holds the prey, it goes so deep, it hurts so bad. Same jaw, same teeth, but immense amount of a pain. So the reason why people go, somebody goes in pain or suffering, or somebody goes in very peace and very soft and silent manner, it is a consequences of karma which we have built throughout. I don't know how many would like to believe in this and not believe in this, but I would say if you are studying for your school or for your college or for your education, unless and unless you study, you are not going to pass the examination. Similar way, unless and until you do something worthwhile for this life and you live like a conscious human being, death is not going to happen so easy for you. So you should have a knowledge of death so that you can die knowing and being prepared to die smoothly. And even though if for for any reason we have to go through pain or suffering, because that's how the consequences of our karma has come to us, then even then we should be able to deal with the death gracefully. It can happen only when you understand that death is not really something to be feared about. It is all about changing clothes. So don't hesitate about the death. The thing, something which is going to happen anyways. There's nothing to worry about, but we have to learn about. When in the childhood, when we don't want to study, our parents make us study because they know it is essential, because they know the value of education. Similar way, learning about death is very essential because that is going to help us when we are on our deathbeds or when we pass away from this body. So death is a beautiful phenomena, the way life or birth is a beautiful phenomena. Both are very beautiful. Inhalation is equally comforting the way exhalation is. Birth is equally very joyful, and even death can be very joyful only if we decide for. So I end my talk here, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you, and pranam.